Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're going to tackle a dish that seriously tastes like it came from a fancy restaurant, but believe me, it is so easy to make on a weeknight. We're talking about creamy Cajun chicken pasta. I'm going to break it all down for you so you can get that rich, bold flavor right in your own kitchen. Honestly, it is way easier than you think. This quote it absolutely nails the feeling of this dish. It's that perfect mix of cozy and zesty all in one bowl. You've got the comforting, creamy pasta that we all love, but then, bam, you get this smoky, spicy kick that makes every single bite an adventure. It's the kind of meal that can make any old Tuesday feel special.
So what is this dish really? Well, at its heart, it's this amazing fusion. I want you to picture a classic creamy Italian Alfredo sauce. But then imagine it took a vacation down to Louisiana. It's got what I like to call a southern soul. And that soul comes from one very, very important thing.
And here it is. This is the secret ingredient, the Cajun spice blend. This is what gives the dish that southern soul we were just talking about. Now, it might sound all fancy, but it's really just a simple mix of spices you probably already have in your cabinet. Paprika, garlic powder, a little bit of cayenne. This blend right here is your secret weapon for adding that perfect smoky heat and just incredible depth of flavor. All right, let's get everything together. I promise. The list is super straightforward. There's nothing on here you can't find at your local grocery store. We're just going to break it down into two little groups to keep things organized. First up, the stars of the show. We've got our chicken breast, of course. Then the all-important Cajun seasoning that's going to coat it and make it so flavorful. A little bit of olive oil to get a nice sear. And of course, the pasta. I think penne or fettuccine work best because they have all those surfaces and little grooves that are just perfect for catching every last drop of that creamy sauce. And now for the sauce and veggies. It's kind of amazing how these simple things come together to make something so incredible, right? You've got butter, onion, and those beautiful colorful bell peppers for a sweet aromatic base, and the heavy cream, chicken broth, and Parmesan cheese. Oh, that is the dream team right there for making a rich, velvety, and just unbelievably flavorful sauce. Okay, our ingredients are ready, so it's time to cook. We're going to go through this step by step, so don't you worry. And the best part? This whole thing comes together in just one skillet. How great is that? Let's get started. So first, we're going to do a little multitasking. While your pasta's boiling, you can get the chicken ready. Now here's a key tip. Cook the pasta only until it's al dente. That just means it still has a little bite to it. Why? Well, because it's going to finish cooking in the sauce later, and this way it won't get mushy. Oh, and before you drain it, save about a cup of that pasta water. That starchy water is like liquid gold for sauces, trust me. Then, once the chicken is beautifully seasoned and seared, just take it out of the pan and set it aside. This is so important for keeping it tender and juicy. Okay, now, using that very same skillet, we build our flavor. Sauté the veggies, then pour in your cream and broth. And here's another huge tip. As the sauce simmers, use your spoon to scrape up all those little brown bits from the bottom of the pan. That is pure, concentrated flavor from the chicken, and you do not want to waste it. Then, it's time for the grand finale. Bring the chicken back, add the pasta, and finally, stir in that glorious Parmesan cheese. If the sauce feels a little too thick, that's where your reserved pasta water comes in. It's the perfect secret weapon to get the consistency just right.
All right, you've got the basic steps down. You could stop there and have a delicious meal. But now, let's talk about the little details that take this dish from just good to, oh my gosh, this is amazing. These are the little pro tips that'll guarantee a perfect result every single time.
These might seem like tiny things, but I'm telling you, they make a world of difference. We already talked about the pasta water, but using a heavy skillet is another great one. It holds heat so well, which gives you that beautiful golden brown sear on the chicken instead of just kind of steaming it. And please remember to taste as you go. Different Cajun blends have different levels of salt and heat, so tasting and adjusting at the end puts you in total control. One of the absolute best things about cooking at home is that you get to experiment. This recipe is a fantastic starting point, but it is practically begging for you to put your own personal touch on it. So let's look at a few really easy ways you can adapt this and make it your own. So if you're looking for a version that's just a little bit lighter, the swaps are incredibly simple. You can easily switch out the heavy cream for half and half, and you won't lose that creamy texture. And a great way to bulk up the dish is to add more vegetables. Throw in a few big handfuls of spinach right at the end, or some sliced zucchini. It adds nutrients and makes the meal go even further. And hey, don't stop there. This dish is so versatile.
You could swap the chicken for shrimp, that would be amazing. Or add some smoky and dewy sausage to really lean into those Louisiana flavors. You could throw in some mushrooms, or even stir in some diced tomatoes to give the sauce a little tang. Seriously, think of this recipe as your canvas. Have fun with it.
So there you have it. We've walked through all the ingredients, the step-by-step method, and all the little secrets to make it perfect. You are now totally ready to bring this bold, comforting, delicious dish to your dinner table. So the only question left is, how are you going to make it your own? Are you going to add shrimp, make it extra spicy, or just keep it classic? Go on, get in the kitchen and make it happen.